Hello there, it's William here, and I'm working on Music Station AD, the next version of Music Station, and the AD stands for Ad Infinitum from the Latin, or to the infinity, and could also say beyond, but I don't think Disney is going to like that. But what I'm starting is the interface. I have to change a few things because I was working on Music Station Z1, and then I decided to reuse the interface and recall it Music Station AD and make Music Station AD have a ton more features because it's going to have different layer types and it's going to combine every single music product into a single product, and it's not going to be bloated because the way the code works, if you're not using something, you are not using that code because I'm using the dynamic objects. So if you go to the plugin and start it, it's going to ask which preset you want to use, or if you want to browse presets, or if you want to check one of the favorites presets. And this way, as you add new layers or load presets that has different layers, it's going to create these layers in memory and delete the previous one. So it's not going to be bloated. It's going to be very fast, and it's not going to be a problem there. But if you want more information about it, check on the Vuzix site. Right on the front, I added all the information and if everything you need to know. And if you can support the project, you can check the Patreon option, which is a great way to support me. Or you can pre-order from the online store. That helps me out because this is going to take months to code. And while I'm doing that, I don't have anything else to release because everything is going to go into Music Station AD. So right now we have the initial window where you can select a blank preset to start a new project and create your own sounds, or you can browse the presets. The preset browser is going to have a library option. The code is already done. And you can also click on options here on this button here and set to auto load a blank preset or a preset every time you start up Music Station AD. So this was the Music Station Z1 interface, which I already. So Music Station Z1 doesn't exist anymore and is being replaced by the Music Station AD. And the first layer type I'm going to be working is exactly the Z1 layer type that I was doing, which has a sample player, filter, two filters, two modulation envelopes, one amplitude envelopes, a bunch of LFOs, which are not showing here, but you click here on LFOs and it shows up, and a wave sequencer. So that's the first layer type I'm going to be working. Then later on, I'm going to be working on another sample player that's going to have three sample players or four sample players, and so on, like the FM layer, the analog synth layer, and so on and on. And so on this layer, everything is pretty much ready. I just have to create the LFOs now that are missing layer, because before on Z1 I was going to have the all the LFOs on the global layer and then three effects. But now instead we're going to have a list of effects that we can load. Then you can scroll and nothing else. Possibly the MIDI stuff like arpeggiators and stuff like that that you can add to the global. So it's going to be in here. I have to remember that. So You just go ahead and reuse this interface, and then we save this into another file. Well, this is for, and for those who doesn't know, I have some severe OCD, and I don't like odd numbers, just even numbers. And on the code, you're going to notice that there's a lot of OCD stuff there too that gets on my nerve. But it's okay. I can survive that. I'm not going to here. I'm not going to. Um, get because it's a very large image. It's 600 666. Oh, I hate that by 4328. So it's uh 28. It's almost 4K. No, it's over 4K actually, but because it has this background, which I'm going to leave for now, but I'm not going to be using that. Maybe crop the image just so it doesn't take so much resource. It runs a bit faster because when I'm ready with the, we're going to ping format use matter. So leave that one. Okay, so it's much simpler now. So let me open up this actual skin file for the background. Oh, I haven't created the skin files yet. Okay. So it's something I have to think about it. So let me go back to the skin files, layers, and open this one. Whoa, it's using a lot of memory. So let's see what happens when I close. because it is a very large fiber stuff on screen, but they're really taking should taking 2 gigs. It's not no no. It should take. Let me close and open again, because that's very weird. Let me show what I'm talking about. So Affinity Photo, 300 megabytes. Okay, let me open my file here and see what's going on. This is just a PNG because it's so large. It's taking a lot of space. Wow, I copy to memory now, and it's like 1 gig. I have 16 gigs, so I don't have to worry. I just trying to understand what's going on. So it was globally. Oh, because I'm streaming, this also makes the computer a bit slower. But I have 8 cores, so it shouldn't be that much. Yeah, it looks okay. Anyway, let me call here. Oh, what? So check if the screw. So it's perfect now. Okay, so I have now the top area correct, which can then remove everything below. There we go. So now I can start thinking how I'm going to work with the global area. But instead, I want to start, because what I need in here is to have the global stuff, which is master pitch. Let me check again, because I don't. Yeah, technology.